Hi, I'm JulieCarter and I live here in Portinscale near Keswick, and I come from Sunderland in the northeast. I'm standing with the mountain of Skiddaw behind me, and I call Skiddaw my mother mountain because this mountain means so much to me. And I first met Skiddaw when I was 13, when I first came here to Derwent Hill Outdoor Centre. I'm just going to read you a couple of minutes, a page from my book, Running the Red Line, which is about the first time me and Skiddaw got acquainted. I do clearly remember the first time I felt the reassuring presence of the massive mountain of Skiddaw like a sentinel above Keswick in the northern Lakeland Fells. I was 13 and standing on the pavement waiting to get on a bus that would take us on the 3-hour journey back to school after our week at Derwent Hill Outdoor Centre in Portinscale. It seems to my subjective mind that I can remember every day of and every activity we did during that week. I remember crying with laughter as my best friend and I stood outside in the ice-cold bucketing rain, trying in vain to get each other's wetsuits off. Then we were meant to be walking to Buttermere for an overnight camp, but when we arrived there it was still bucketing with a gale force wind howling, so we couldn't get the tents up. Our group of a dozen girls slept like sardines on the floor of a small village hall next to the tiny church, where one of us spilt the stove fuel and almost burnt the place down. We got lost orienteering and discovered the Purple House, a well-loved landmark of the Newlands Valley, which was something like from a fairy tale and sadly is no more. During that action-packed week, I also discovered something indestructible and even more magical that would transform my life. Mountains, hills, fells and adventure. After that week, my friend Tracy and I were less likely to spend time bunking off school and stealing alcohol, although we did still do that sometimes. Mostly though, we'd get out on our bikes and scramble up streams and cliffs. We got Saturday jobs to save up so we could sign on for all the follow-on courses with Derwent Hill, which took us to Wales and Scotland, where for hardly any money at all we learnt to kayak, ski and mountaineer. I literally lived for those weeks away on trips for Derwent Hill. But that was all to come. After my first week here, I just stood on the pavement looking up at Skiddaw while trying not to cry but not managing it. 7 days earlier, I had no idea this world existed, and its discovery was worse than falling in love. I looked at Skiddaw, my heart torn to shreds with the pain of leaving and knowing what I was going back to. But as I was gazing at the mountain, its message was clear. I'm not going anywhere, Julie. I am a mountain. You are a girl. I will wait. And she did wait. She's in the cloud today, but I know she's there.